Recently asked me, Joe, how often do you go live? And I say, you know what? I realized that I can go live every day. So I strive to go live daily. That's what I strive to do. I strive to go live daily. So if you want to tune in daily, just write daily in the chat. I'm curious to know if anybody wants to tune with me in daily. I want to try to have a sequence of days where not a day goes by that I don't go live. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it because things happen, you travel, but even if I can go live for 5 minutes, just go live for a few minutes, let everybody know that you're here, let everybody know what you're up to. That's really the thought process for me. If I can go live and add a little bit of value each day, that's really powerful. My name is Joe Apfelbaum. I'm the CEO of Ajax Union. I'm a LinkedIn trainer, and I started a company called Evie AI. And I love teaching people how to use LinkedIn. I love people showing people the power of networking on LinkedIn. So I'm going to share my screen right now and I am going to show you a couple things that I'm going to be doing right now. So if I'm on the feed, this is called the LinkedIn feed. I don't know if you guys are ever on the feed. I'm going to zoom in just a tiny bit here so you can see this a little bit better. If you're on the LinkedIn feed, you'll notice a couple things about the feed. The feed has your little profile on the top left here. Then it has the ability for you to start a post in the center. And then under, you have people's posts. Now, these posts are really powerful because these are people that you're following, usually that you're connected to. And if you drop a comment on these people's posts, you are able to stay top of mind. And if you do it using artificial intelligence, then you're able to quickly leave comments. Now, sometimes the AI is going to be down, so I gotta find out from OpenAI what's going on today. Let me see. So if I click on Save Profiles on the top right over here, and I check out Jeff, for example, I can see his latest posts. If he has any posts, you see the last time he posted was 8 months ago. I'm gonna say, time to post again. Time to post again. So even just the save profile feature on um, that Evie AI offers is extremely, extremely powerful. People have told me that dropping comments is powerful, but being able to save profiles, like you click on a profile and on the top right, you just click save profile, that has been really a game changer when it comes to being able to add people to lists, particular lists. In this case, I added Molly to networking because I'm networking with her and building relationships. If you're not segmenting your LinkedIn profiles, you're really missing out. And the same thing goes for posting on LinkedIn. Let me take a look to see if anybody's actually here with me live. I don't even know. Sometimes people are with me, sometimes people are not with me, but I'm really doing this for myself. And hopefully you can come along with me. If you see this window here, if you're watching me like this, click the little repost button. Also click thumbs up or a round of applause. I'm going to give myself a round of applause. Oh, I do see we have a couple comments. Jane said, "Daily, great challenge. You can do it," Richard said. Let's take a look at Jane's profile real quick, and let's take a look at Richard's profile, the two commenters. And if you want me to take a look at my profile, say check out my profile in the chat, and I'll check it out. So Jane is a she partners with hiring managers to source tier talent in accounting, finance, and admin support, and she's based in Ontario. You see that? And she reposted, and she posted 3 days ago. So if I go here, I see she posted this 3 days ago. I'm going to give it a little round of applause here. And I love the way that she writes like, repost, and share if it speaks to you. Really cool. Now, just as easy, I can click on this tool here when I have to look into why it's experiencing an error right now. But that would allow me to just quickly leave a comment on her post. And if not, if, like for me, building relationships with people by leaving comments is really essential. I can leave a short little comment if I'm doing it manually, like boom. And if I'm using the artificial intelligence, it'll kind of read the post and throw an entire comment there. Now, if I want to save her profile, I can just click on save profile and then I can add her to a particular list inside Evie AI. Where does it get saved? It gets saved right into app.evie AI. And if you click on save profiles, you can easily sort and filter by the different tags. You can tag each person And that makes it much, much more likely that you'll actually follow up with these people. So if you can see this, you'll see I saved quite a few people over here. And whenever I save somebody, I'm able to just click on their profile over here where it says see recent activity, and I'm able to quickly drop comments on their posts. See that he posted this 3 days ago. I would have never known he posted this 3 days ago if I didn't actually save this client here. Um, Great to see you posting. Okay, I'm going to post this little comment over here. Another thing that I like to do on LinkedIn is I personally like to wish people happy birthday. So if you go to linkedin.com/celebration/birthdays, you're able to send people happy birthdays. As you can see, I already sent all these people happy birthday. And I write, Marty, happy birthday. I'm glad to have you as a connection here on LinkedIn. I hope your birthday is filled with joy and blessings. See that? Just drop a couple of happy birthdays for people each day. See how many people were born on December 18th. I got a lot of people. Why? Because if I go to my network and I take a look at how many connections I have, you'll notice that I have quite a few connections. It looks like I have 29,052 connections. When I click on that, I could see all my recent connections. My most recent connection was from 10 hours ago. This guy named Rick. Rick is from Solana Beach, California. He's director of sales training at Quidel. Now, I don't know what Quidel is, but it seems like offer they manufacture intelligent solutions and transforming data into understanding actionable insights. So I'm gonna actually go to their website. It looks like they do some type of medical stuff. I'm not entirely sure what they do for a living over here. But if he's the director of sales training, I want to get in touch with him. I want to build a relationship with him and get to know him because I want to train his team on how to use LinkedIn. You see that? San Diego, Athens, Beverly, Galway. You see they're located all over the place, location wise. They're even in Shanghai. So taking a look at the people's profiles is essential. The people that connect with you and building a relationship with them is essential. I'm taking a look at Richard. Richard's a first degree connection of mine. He's a zoning and land use attorney. You see that he's a lawyer at this company, Sheldon Lobel. So he has his name on the wall. I'm going to take a look at his Sheldon Lobel PC. Attorneys at law. Sheldon is a boutique law firm with over 40 years. Ooh, okay, they've been around for a while. I'm going to click about. Let's see, the intricacies of New York City real estate law. Oh, cool. So he does real estate law, it looks like. Let's take a look to see if they've posted recently. Looks like the last year. Oh, they have a post here from 10 years ago, but this was posted 10 months ago. They just celebrated his thing. So if you guys want help updating your company page, I'm happy to have our team go ahead and start writing posts for you on a regular basis about New York City, and so on, which will help you stay more top of mind. Does look like you have hundreds of followers already following your page, so I highly recommend you do that. I'm going to take a look at who has been commenting on my stuff here. This is the best way to be able to see who commented. Looks like I have 9 comments already. I'm going to click on most recent. Okay, so Richard said, losing service. Thanks, Joe. Looking forward to the next one. Dwight said, great stuff, Joe. Giacomo said, check out my profile. I'm going to check out his profile. I'm going to check out Dwight's profile. Great challenge. Okay, let's check it out. Giacomo said, okay, so he has 15,000 followers. So Giacomo and I had a really great conversation. He's looking to meet real estate brokers and agents. So Giacomo, I don't know how many real estate people you're connected to on LinkedIn, but it's really easy to connect with real estate people on LinkedIn. And I introduced you to some people in real estate already, and I'm happy to introduce you to more people. If I take a look at his um, comments, I'll notice he commented 5 minutes ago. He wrote, check out my profile. If I take a look at his videos, his images, his articles, his events, it looks like he has a selling real estate at auction event over here that happened. And over here, he reposted this just now, and he posted this 21 hours ago. Let's see what this was. Was this live? Okay, this looks like he went live 21 hours ago. I'm gonna give him a little round of applause over here. Cool. Now I'm gonna take a look at Dwight. Dwight, you're missing a background banner here, Dwight. I would recommend creating a background banner if possible. I'm gonna hit connect. I'm gonna add a note. All right, let's connect on LinkedIn. Okay, I'm gonna press send. I'm just gonna send a quick little message to Dwight to connect with him because I see Dwight is reposting. Thank you so much for reposting this. Appreciate that. Do you see the way in the headline of my message I included a link to my website? That's a little hack that I like teaching my students. Whenever you're going live, make sure that you include a full URL so people can actually click on this. And then this also goes into their email as well. So it becomes clickable everywhere. And it also becomes clickable on Google and everywhere else. Thank you so much for resharing, guys. Really appreciate that. So I'm curious to know, what is your goal when it comes to using LinkedIn? For me, it's staying top of mind with my most important contacts like Barry Shore. I want Barry Shore to remember me. And one of the ways that I stay top of mind is by building relationships and dropping comments. See that? And when I save profiles, it makes it much, much easier for me to stay top of mind with these particular human beings. See, I have this guy, Gary. I was just on his podcast. And I could take a look and see, okay, did he post anything recently? And I see the last time he posted something was a month ago. So I'm going to just drop a comment here. All right, boom. And so I liked it and commented on it. So I know I'm top of mind with him. Okay. So even if he posted something a month ago, that's totally fine. I'm now top of mind with him because I saved his profile. So my goal is to connect with all these people, build relationships with them, and make sure that I stay top of mind. You see, 3 weeks ago, he posted this. I'm going to give him a round of applause, and I'm going to be the only person that drops a comment. Well done. Okay. I'm the only person that dropped a comment on his post. So even though he has 6,000 followers over here, I'm the only one that's actually giving him kudos because, not because I remembered that he existed, but because I actually saved his profile. Just write in the chat, I need to save profiles. This is one of the most essential things that you can do in your business is starting to properly save profiles on LinkedIn to be able to grow your business. So right, I need to save profiles in the chat. Curious to know if anybody needs to start saving and organizing their profiles. Again, you don't have to have millions of profiles to save millions of profiles. You could save 20, 30 profiles and you'd be really, really golden to stay top of mind with those people. What link did you include for that hack? I included eviai.com, eviai.com. That's the link I included inside the headline. But I include the full URL. I included as eviai.com, and I also included http://www.eviai.com. I'm going to do slash upgrade. Okay. So people can upgrade. So I include the http://www inside the body, and then I include the regular link inside the header. Now, what ends up happening is if, for example, you go to youtube.com/@Joe Apfelbaum, you'll notice I have quite a few videos here. So if you go live, you're going to see Monday Lesson by Joe Apfelbaum. You see, when you click on that, you'll see this link is an active link. You see that? http://www.evai.com. That's an active link right here. And so this ranks on Google, and that sends Google back to my website as well. So highly recommend considering to add links properly with the http:// if you're also streaming to YouTube. I'm curious to know, how often do you post on LinkedIn? In the chat, let me know right now. How often do you post on LinkedIn? Daily, weekly, monthly? Never? Go ahead, let me know. I'm curious to know. I want to follow people that post on a regular basis so I can strategically drop comments using artificial intelligence. So go ahead and let me know. There is a website called OpenAI. If you guys aren't familiar with it, OpenAI is an AI tool that allows, it's like ChatGPT. They made ChatGPT, so I can see if they're ever down. I can see if they're down over here. You see that? It tells me that they're down. I only check if the API is down. Sometimes they go down, partial outage, major outage. You see that? And I can see exactly what's going on over here, if there's any errors and so on. If the AI is ever not working, I have to go there to kind of check out why it's not working. All right. Giacomo says a lot. He posts a lot. That's cool. All right. If you guys have any questions related to LinkedIn, I'm happy to answer them. The most common question is, should I be posting my company page? Like, for example, Renee posted her company page. I recommend posting your profiles from your profiles rather than from your company page. Like, for example, Jeannie, she posted from her profile. You see that? And I stay top of mind consistently. I'm consistently staying top of mind with these people. Okay. Why do I stay top of mind with them? Because I want them to remember that I exist. It's simple as that. I want them to remember that I exist. So I drop comments. Now, you don't have to drop boom. You can use AI and write a whole comment. But even if you don't use AI, highly recommend at least dropping something on people's profiles so that they remember that you exist. See that? Love the colors. Um, so how many comments do you drop a day? I'm curious to know. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about the $80 strategy. Have you guys ever heard of the $80 strategy? $80 strategy. The $80 strategy is an Instagram marketing strategy coined by the renowned entrepreneur Gary Vaynerchuk. It's as simple as by searching 10 different hashtags in your niche and commenting on 9 posts of your choice. The name is derived from the term leaving your 2 cents. You see that? Leaving your 2 cents. So if you do 10 hashtags and you do 9 posts, that's $80. And if you do that, you'll get a tremendous amount of exposure. And you could apply the $80 strategy, dropping your 2 cents on posts on LinkedIn. Now, of course, this takes time. But if you do it strategically, like for example, I want to stay top of mind with Jacob. See, I'm going to stay top of mind with Jacob right over here. I see he reposted this. And then 5 months ago, he posted this. So instead, I'm just going to drop a message. Did you have a good Hanukkah? Okay. I'm going to send him a little message over here. Again, he hasn't replied to the last message I sent him, so I'm going to send him another message now. Okay. Should I add hashtags to every comment? You don't have to have hashtags and comments. It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't help. So you want to have 2 to 3 hashtags on posts. Don't overdo the hashtags on posts either. So definitely want to include hashtags. And if you want my hashtag spreadsheet, you go to evergreen.com/hashtag. Just this, we'll give you the top 100 hashtags of LinkedIn. So if you want to grab this, go to evergreen.com/hashtag. I will drop a comment right now inside my recent post here with this particular hashtag link. So you guys can grab that. That's the top 100 hashtags of LinkedIn right there, just for you guys as my little gift. And if you write gift in the chat, I'll reply to your comment with the hashtag spreadsheet. All right, let's see what else people are writing over here. Looks like Deborah said, thank you, Joel. My name is Joe, by the way. I see you put an L there. It's Joe. I try to post 4 times a week. 4 times a week is good, Dwight. Highly recommend trying to post daily. Go for daily. Try to go for daily. If you take a look at my posts, you'll notice. Let me look at my post. You see, I posted 23 hours ago. This post over here. Before that, I went live. Before that, I posted a video. You see, my video already got 4,000 impressions. You see that? 4,000 people viewed my video, even though right after this video, I went live, and right after the live, I posted again. Some people say, oh, if you post it, it kills the post. Doesn't always kill the post. Sometimes it kills the post, but it doesn't always kill the post. My goal is to get about 1,000 people to see my posts on average. So if you're not posting on a regular basis, you're going to miss out. By the way, I am almost at 46,000 followers. I need an additional 34 followers in order to achieve that. Now, do you see the way I take a look at who's following me on LinkedIn? You see that? Richard's following me, Ephraim. And when I see a guy like Chris Rose follow me on LinkedIn, I am I wanna build a relationship with this person. You see that? He's a director of business development in the Cardiff area. So I'm going to kind of get to know this guy a little bit. I'm going to take a look at his profile. I see he's in the UK. You see that United Kingdom, United Kingdom. I see he has one endorsement here. He might need additional support. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to message him. I'm going to say thanks for the follow on LinkedIn. What made you decide to hit that follow button? Okay. And now I start a conversation with this guy. I'm not even connected to him. He's following me and I'm starting a conversation. I'm building a relationship. This is a free way for you to connect with people, build relationships with them. Highly recommend you do that for people that enter your life. People are entering your life. Build a relationship with them. Most people are not doing this. So, are you here to build relationships or to collect connections? I'm curious to know. If you're here to build relationships, write relationships in the chat. I'm curious to know how many people are here are relationship type people. And now I'm going to build a relationship with Hunter. He replied, I'm going to say, do you like watching my LinkedIn lives? See that? Building relationships. This is me walking into a networking event and actually having real conversations with people. Somebody said, Joe, but I'm afraid I'm going to say the wrong thing. Let me stop sharing my screen and talk about that for a minute. If you're afraid you're gonna say the wrong thing, you're gonna say the wrong thing. I'm the first person to tell you, you are going to say the wrong thing. It's just a reality of it. You can't be afraid of saying the wrong thing. What you need to do is you need to have courage. Write courage in the chat. I'm curious to know how many of you are willing to have courage to put yourself out there to build relationships. William said relationships. I love that. How many of you out there are willing to have courage? It takes courage to drop a comment. It takes courage to comment publicly on LinkedIn where people can judge you. Nobody wants to be judged. So if you want to grow your business, you got to get out of your comfort zone and get over your fears. If you're afraid of posting because of other people's opinions, realize that other people's opinions are none of your business. If you're afraid of commenting because you're afraid you're going to comment the wrong thing, there is no wrong thing. You need to just comment. You need to just get out there, leave comments. You want to add value? Go ahead, work a little harder, add value. You want to improve? Improve. But start getting exposure. Start building credibility and start getting meetings with the right people. Conversations lead to conversions. You need to have more meetings. Your ROI on LinkedIn will come not just by the amount of exposure you get, and people that use Evie AI get a 60% increase in exposure just in the first few days of using Evie AI. Even the free version of Evie AI. You start using it, boom, you start getting more exposure because dropping comments get you people to look at your profile, get people to notice you. Most people are still not going to be willing to do it at all. Giacomo said some connections are complaining because I go live so much. They don't understand how to customize their notifications. I'm losing followers. Should I scale it back? No, don't scale it back. If someone doesn't want to see you, they shouldn't be following you. If someone doesn't love you, if someone doesn't care about you, if someone gets annoyed when you show up, then they should not be in your life. There's a billion people on LinkedIn, Giacomo. You want lovers. You want the lovers. Write lover in the chat. Write lover in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. I used to be afraid of sending people emails because I thought maybe somebody would unsubscribe if I emailed too often. But guess what? If someone doesn't want to see me, they should be unsubscribing. You don't need a million people to follow you, a million people that get annoyed when you show up. If you go to a networking event and everyone at the networking event is annoyed because you showed up, those are not lovers. You want lovers in your life. I need more lovers. Write lover in the chat. We all need more people to love on us, to connect with us, to want to hear from us. And those are the people that you need to cultivate. You need to cultivate hearts. Give this a heart. Smash that heart button. I want you guys to give more love, to give love in the comments, to give love through the reactions by giving hearts. Don't be afraid to share the love. Don't be stingy when it comes to love. What comes around goes around. If you have a circle of 100 to 200 people that are your lovers on LinkedIn and that are constantly showing up to your stuff and that adore everything that you do, that's golden rather than having 10,000 people that don't even want to see you. Why did they even follow you to begin with? If they're not getting value from what you offer, they should not be connected to you. Make room for more people. There's 30,000 limit of connections on LinkedIn. Somebody said, Joe, I'm not going to buy Evie AI. I said, okay, then why are you my connection? Why are you connected to me if you're not a lover of what I do? I'm a lover of what you do. I'm willing to introduce you to people. I'm willing to connect with you. I'm willing to learn about you. I'm willing to learn about your goals. If you're not willing to learn about my goals, if you don't want to support me in my dreams, then maybe we shouldn't be connected. And that's okay. Just because we're not connected doesn't mean you're not going to refer business to me later because you're still following me, because you're still in the same network, because we still have mutual connections, because still one of my connections is going to like and comment on one of my stuff. One of my lovers are going to comment on one of my stuff, and then you're going to see it in your feed. And then you're going to get annoyed that you still see me even though you unfollowed me. So be a lover. Connect. Go a little bit deeper. Giacomo, find those LinkedIn lovers. Find those people that absolutely adore you. Anyway, I got to go on a podcast. I just remembered. I'll see you guys soon.